Hello, everybody. My name is Subhro Bandopadhyay. I participated in the project Poetry Connections IndiaWales in 2017. I live in Delhi, and I went to Aberystwyth, a coastal town in Wales. And this project and that trip is really important to me, not only because of my first trip to the UK, but also because I could address some of my identity related questions. In that project, I had a like-minded uh, counterpart, Nicky Arscott. She is from England, and it's been a long time. She's been living in Wales, in a village called Clambermire, which is very close to Aberystwyth. And we both could have, we both did uh, a journey through our recent past, for me, which is the past of being colonized. And we made our book. This is our book, Aerial Roots, and in my language, in Bengali, it's called Bio Mool. Uh, this is a bilingual book in Bangla, in Bengali, and in English. We decided to do it as as a sort of exploration of our uh, colonial past and a dialogue to establish a dialogue with uh, a historical background. And for me, and this is a kind of there are two historical background. First of all, and I'll talk about it, but about the second one later when I read one poem. My first poem is called in Bangla. It's called Toder Deshe. ক্রমশ জড়ো হচ্ছি আমরা অন্তহীন গ্রীষ্মের দিকে যেভাবে যুদ্ধগুলো ছড়িয়ে রয়েছে সময় শিবির বা পতাকা নয় বুনো ব্ল্যাকবেরির কষ্টা স্বাদ আমাদের না হওয়া বইগুলো বৃষ্টির ভিতর আমরা পৌনঃপুনিক ক্যাফেটেরিয়ার মধ্যে প্রাণপণ আঁকড়ে থাকছি অক্ষর পিছলে গেলে কিছুতেই গানগুলো জ্বালানো যাবে না Now I read the English translation. Sampurna Chatterjee did all these translations from Bengali. In your country, gradually we gather towards an endless summer. The way battles lie scattered in present time, neither camp nor flag, the tart taste of wild blackberry are yet to be books in the rain. We enter the perpetual cafeteria, cling to the alphabet for dear life. If we slip, the songs will never be lit. This is now I will come to my second historical background. When I was in Wales, when we both were looking for the historical background and some sort of research and about the colonial past, I discovered a reality about the Duke of Wellington. And it came from Willie's, the shoes, and I went up to the Duke of Wellington. And the Duke of Wellington, I discovered that in my city, in my hometown, Calcutta, which is now called Kolkata. In Calcutta, there's a square called Wellington Square. Now, it's after independence, of course, the name has been changed, but it is called Wellington Square in many places. That Wellington Square bears the name of Duke of Wellington. The same Wellington who was posted in India at that point of time to fight on behalf of the East India Company. And after winning the war and battles against the Indians, and after gaining Kolkata and protecting Calcutta from others, he was posted to Spain. He was posted to Spain to fight the French invasion to the French invaders in Spain. And there he fought for the oppressed community against the oppressor. And in my country, he was the part of the oppressor team. With Spain, I share a very personal attachment because I teach Spanish as a foreign language, and Spain for me is almost my second country because every day I'm surrounded by Spaniards and a lot of Spanish books and everything. So when I came across that history, I wrote a series of poems called A Multitude of Freedoms in English translation, and in Bangla, Shadhinota Shomoho. I must read the third poem called Wellington Square, Kolkata. সারা ইন্টারনেট তন্ন করেও কেউ নামের ইতিহাস বলতে পারল না। শুধু টান টান হয়ে উঠল 18 শতক শেষের ধর্মতলা। জেনারেল ওয়েলসলি দীর্ঘ মারাঠা যুদ্ধের শেষে গরমে নাজেহাল ইংল্যান্ডে ফেরায় মগ্ন। পেশাদার সৈন্যের সামনে শত্রু কি আমার কাজের মতো? ক্লান্তি আসে, বিশেষ করে সে কাজ যখন কোনো কোম্পানির। আমার ফেরার ট্যাক্সি পার্ক স্ট্রিট ছুঁয়ে যায়, বেরিয়াল গ্রাউন্ড রোড। বন্ধুকে ঔপনিবেশিক কলকাতা দেখানোর মধ্যে দিয়ে এসেছি কবরখানায়। সম্ভবত ম্যালেরিয়ায় মৃত সদ্য যুবক ইংরেজের এপিটাফ। কোম্পানি পেইন্টিং এর উজ্জ্বল রঙের ছায়ায় স্পষ্ট হাঁটু অব্দি বুট পরা সাহেবরা কাদায় নাজেহাল, পাথর বসানো তদারকে। স্বাধীনতা কি আসলে নিজের মতো কোনো জায়গায় কাদার গন্ধ? Wellington Square, Calcutta. No one could tell me the history of this name. Even after scoring the internet for hours, all that happened was the pulling tight of late 18th century Dharmatala. At the end of a long-drawn battle with the Marathas, General Wellesley, worn out by the heat, sunken dreams of going back to England. The face-off between paid soldiers and the enemy. Is that like my job? Is it tiring? Especially when that job is for some company? On the way back, my taxi touches Park Street, Burial Ground Road, showing my friend, Colonial Kolkata, has brought me here to the cemetery. Epitaphs of young Englishmen who died most likely of malaria. In the bright shadows of company paintings, the clear view of sahibs and the knee-length boots in the mud, worn out by the supervision of gravestones. Is freedom really the smell of mud in some place that feels like home? Thank you very much for being patient, and thank you, everybody.